Hey, Internet Nintendo fans, welcome to my little collection channel, N64 Collection. I am trying to collect 30 Nintendo 64 games. I figured the prices were going up and would continue to go up for games in their boxes. So let's get into this video where I show off my second purchase. Before we get into that, I did get these protective UV cases. They make the box a bit tighter so they display better. There's still the crease on the top, but it's more concealed in this plastic UV case. Very happy with this. Also, I got this sign. It says Nintendo 64. I've got shelving coming in this week, so I'm going to put those up, and I'm going to put this at the top of the sign, kind of a unique item. It lets people know that, hey, this is a Nintendo 64 collection over here in the corner of my room. Come check out these games. This is made out of metal or a tin. It's painted really well. Good display piece. I drove out to a retro store that is about an hour away from my house. I was on my way to see my sister, and it happened to be on the way, and I stopped in, and they had a lot of games, great selection, Pokemon games. They had a Pokemon Pocket, some Nintendo's 64s on display, like the Jungle Green, Donkey Kong style Nintendo 64, and I went over to the N64 case, and all the cartridges were nicely displayed. You could see the covers of all of them in the case, and I noticed they had box games in the back of the case. So I asked the clerk if he could open the case up so I could look at these games that were in the box. And this is what I ended up picking up. Star Wars Rouge Squadron for the N64. Let me get this up in the front here so it can focus. Trying to get the glare off. So there you go. This came with the game. This is the Nintendo Power Strategy Guide. This game, I must have bought it used back in the day, but I had a great time playing this game. It's dated, but it's still a slow pace shooting aircraft game, very easy to handle. Sound effects are iconic. Short game, maybe about 25 hours. You can see in the top right corner, this says let me get that glare out and let it focus. It says, what does it say? It says Player's Choice Million Sellers. So that means they sold 1 million copies of this, and they made this variant case where it has this logo instead of saying only for Nintendo. And they kept making these cases after they hit the 1 million mark. And I'd like to have a collection that says, only for Nintendo 64. More authentic, a bit older. The box is in a worn out shape. Let me take off this protective. Okay, I've got that protective case off. There are a few markups on this. There's a crease here where my finger is that's moving. Very hard to tell. There's a crease here on the side. The overall dog tags on the side are pretty good, acceptable in my eyes. So let's open the game here. Box art is looking pretty good. There's another crease here on the tab when you open up. The box is in a good shape. Not a very good shape, not a like new shape, but I bought this at a retro store and this is what they had, and being there in person I thought it looked good. And looking at the game itself, I saw it looked really good. The image looks good. The cartridge looks good. A very good cartridge. And of course it came with this strategy guide, and it's in a good condition. It also has its inserts, the instruction booklet, which is in a good condition. Has all of its pages, over 20 pages, 34 pages. There's a comic in the back as well. And then this insert is in a very good condition, just trying to get you to buy a t-shirt and a strategy guide. This one is going on the box. It was my second purchase. It was really cool to have found this out in the wild. Here it is in its case. It's going to go on display, and I've got 30 games that I'm keeping track of that I am trying to collect for my N64 collection. And then I'll probably move on to a new Nintendo system. Guys, if you enjoy this content, give this video a like so we can get built up in the community. Subscribe so you can see the third video that's coming out next week. Also, check out this channel I found in the description below. This guy has a complete N64 game collection in the box, sealed, factory sealed. He had started in 2012. Games were cheaper back then than they are now, and it was easier to find games sealed in the box still. Very impressive that he was able to complete his collection, and I love the way he has it on display with each game facing out. Takes up a lot more room, but I love how these boxes look. I'll catch you guys in the next video.